Yo, I've got something to tell you. Maybe you don't know everything. I say that just jokingly here. I don't mean to be rude. But it's on my mind right now, and it gets to me. It kind of pisses me off when I say this. A lot to do with me getting clients is getting to know people, networking, and digging and trying to see if they got a problem or they're annoyed. And in most cases, I can completely see the problem. It's clear as daylight, but the person, a lot of the time, the people I'm dealing with, they can't see it. It's like they've got the I don't know what you call them, like the blinkers or something, like those horse things. They can't see it. And I can't help them because they're not ready for it. They can't see the problem at hand. And I'm trying to people. There's a quote called it's not called anything. It's called I just said it again. The teacher comes when the student is ready. Okay? The teacher comes when the student is ready. The student has to be ready, and most people aren't ready. Most people are asleep. What do I mean? Let's talk about the reticular activation system. What the reticular activation system is, the RAS, it's a selective focus. It's literally like you will only look for what you already know, what gives you comfort and what gives you certainty and what gives you confidence. That is a lot of the time all you can see. And I'm not saying it's just you, me as well. I'm sure there's things, I've got many questions that are unanswered. There's things I want to know that I don't know. There's some stuff going on. Like, I'm really interested in the mental stuff, and there's some things that my mind does, and I'm like, why does it do that? Some things I try to find answers, I try and Google it, but it's tricky. Okay, a lot of it's tricky. But I think a lot of people, they're kind of stuck in these derpy modes, or they're going about the problem this way when in actuality the solution is over here, but they can't see it, and a lot of people, they don't want to see it. So this is why I'm telling you the secret. Maybe you don't know everything. So why do I say that? Everyone thinks they know everything. A lot of my friends, even my close friends, I'll say it, I'll have my own opinion, and the second words come out of my mouth, someone else has their opinion. Okay? Everyone thinks they're the expert. Everyone thinks they know everything. And this is, I thought this too. I thought I knew everything years ago. I was like, I thought I was so smart. We all think we're so smart and we understand things. We have our opinions on everything. But the problem there is we don't know what we don't know. What if there's things that people are saying that contradict your views, but they're actually correct? But no, we have to defend our own belief systems and go, no, they're wrong. This is what I think. We're so sure of ourselves that we have to make sure that they're wrong, we're right. Right? And that is what prevents us from learning. And I feel like there are cases, especially to do with my lead gen process in terms of business, where I'll see a guy and I know I can help him. I know I can change his life. But he's not ready for it. He's too set in his own ways, too set with his own ideas of how this works, his own puzzle. He fits it this way. But people are so sure of themselves, and most people, they've lived in that worldview, and they've conditioned it for many years, and they're not open to new ideas, new age ideas, new things that push the boundary. If we talk about groupthink, what groupthink is basically, it's when a bunch of people have the same ideas. Like, for example, Trump. I hate Trump. Screw Trump. That's a pretty common idea. A lot of people say that. And I'm not saying the correct view is Trump is great, but we tend to focus on the negative or focus on what we want to see. I won't talk about who they are, but I've got someone very close who's just hates Trump, just hates him, okay? I don't want to get into politics here. I don't want to piss anyone off. I'm not going to say my own political views. I don't really have many. I tend to stay away from it all. But hates Trump, but won't see... I'm not saying there are benefits of Trump, but maybe there are a few things Trump does that are great, that other people don't do. But people will see what they want to see. So someone who is a Trump supporter will see what the good that Trump's doing, but will refuse to pull up the tile and look at the slugs and the bugs under there and go, wow, this is kind of disgusting. But on the other hand, someone who hates Trump will only look at the bugs and pull up the tile and why do I say tile? Well, imagine a beautiful tile. You go to $1 million house, it's a nice tile, and you're like, wow, this is amazing, and you pull up the tiles, you're like, oh, it's disgusting, right? Some people will look at the under the tile, but some people will look at the shiny polish on top. So depending on where your RAS, where your reticular activation system is focused, is what you'll hone in on. So what you want to see, you will see. And what you don't want to see, you will block out. You will literally block it out. We could get into dopamine here too. You'll get a spike of dopamine when someone affirms your own worldview, your own belief systems. When someone agrees with you, you'll feel good. It makes you feel good, yes. So when someone says something that you agree with, you're like, yes, oh my god, yes, it's so true, But when someone says something you don't agree with, no, that's bullshit, no. And the problem is, the mind is so smart, you are so smart, you will twist the whole topic in your own favor. You'll say things that could be true, but it's not specifically maybe on the topic of the conversation. For example, Trump. Maybe someone will say something that's like, he's a horrible person, he sucks, he's done all this stuff. But then you might say, no, but look at this, he's a good person because he did this. But you're both, I would argue, you're both somewhat wrong. He does bad, maybe he does good, but we have to equate everything, the whole thing. But people want to see what they want to see, their own selective view. A lot of the stuff I say to people is generally out of the box. I try to understand everything as much as I can. I don't want to be someone that has views that's wrong. My biggest fear is like a lie, living a lie and just not understanding things. I want to juice everything and try to understand it the best I can, because if I don't, I know that I'm lying to myself, and shit's a lie. And why do I want to know things, and why do I want to know like how things work and to the best of my ability? Because I want to know, I want to understand my mind. I want to understand how to reach higher states of consciousness, happiness. And to do that, I think understanding truths and understanding how things work is very important. If I can understand this thing, this complicated thing, bro, maybe I could be happy. So why not? But so when I have a client, then I'm like, yo, I can see your problem. This is what you should do, and I want to help you. But they don't want to see it because they have their own views, so I can't help them. And a lot of the guys that I don't end up helping are the ones that can't see it. And because, you know, people have their worldviews, people have the way they see the world, and they don't want to change it up. So it's unfortunate. But so anyway, if we can get this complicated puzzle that's got 10,000 pieces, but we can put all the pieces together and we can see things with clarity and accuracy, nothing can hurt you because you have clarity, and that's what I want, clarity. But most people, they don't want it. They want to stick to their views, and they'll do anything for that dopamine, that feel good of wanting to be right. How much do you want to be right? I would ask you, next time someone has an opinion that differs to yours, think about what you think and what they think. Think about how they could be right, but think about how maybe you're right, and maybe there is no black or white answer. Maybe it's some sort of spectrum. Maybe it's not so this or that. Okay, maybe it's not so much like binary as it is a spectrum. Clarity. Be open-minded. What are people saying that could be correct but contradict your ideas? Listen. Seek first to understand before being understood. Very important principle. You want to understand as much as you can, soak up as much as you can before you have your opinion on it. How do you know you know? You know what I want to know? What I don't know. I want to know what I don't know. When I learn something that I didn't know before, now my life is a little bit better, right? What do you know? What don't you know that you don't know? You don't know what you don't know. So try and understand, try and learn what you don't know. And then you'll know what you don't know, and then you'll have more clarity. Whoa! Goodbye.